Welcome to a video where we will be building this playground jungle gym thing for my kids, and it's really done very simply. About 200 bucks, all from wood from Home Depot, and a couple little fun extra things like the swing over here. So without further ado, let's get it. Hello and welcome to my Christmas extravaganza. I decided to build a playground for my kids. It is a few days before Christmas, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done, but we're going to try. Here are the plans that I roughly sketched up. So I'll tell y'all what I did in the video.
Alright, let's jump into some measurements. At the base we have 54 inches by 72.5 inches, 6 feet tall, and all the legs are cut to the same size with a slight angle to it, and I just guessed on that. It's just a really slight angle. And then the top ladder is 22.5 by 75 inches. And it has about 7 or 8 of those bars, I think. Going to the slide next, we got 2 feet by 6 feet. The platform is 38 inches by 24 inches, and the rock wall is a 2 by 4 feet. Continuing on, we have steps as well, and so each of these legs are placed 2 feet away on center. So the steps, if they go all the way across the braces, they're 2 feet. Now we're going into the top ladder where I am drilling holes with this, I don't even know what you call it, but it's like a circle drill thing. And I'm basically going a 1/4 inch in on each of the 2x4s where the rods will sit into the wood just a little bit. And then I'll eventually screw those rods into the wood so it's really sturdy.
I'm on the run, I've got no alibi for what I've done. Took what you treasure and I'm never gonna give it up. I let these empty streets and
Alright, here we're going into getting that top measurement, which I had already provided, but I didn't know what it was going to be when I started this out. So I thought the best way to do it was to stand this thing up, put a couple supports in, that's why I have that leg hanging out there, and then get it to, making it look decent where it could stand by itself. And like I said, I kind of knew the bottom was 4 feet, but wasn't sure what the top was, which ended up being about 22.5 inches, which is perfect width for the kids to climb, as well for me to climb too, which I'm about 6 feet tall.
Ladder, I need to get the ladder in there perfectly. I think I'm gonna cut this a 1/4 inch longer than the inside, so that the 1/8 inch of the divot that I put in there, it would sit right in, and then I'm gonna wood glue it. That's the idea. But I think I'm gonna hit this in, kind of like so. At least try to. If it works and there's no glue on it, and I can stand on it, that's pretty good. We're gonna sand this thing, and then they're about to get back pretty soon, so I'm gonna be done in a second, and then we'll finish up here. Welcome back to another day. This is not Christmas Eve yet. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. And we got some stuff in the mail for the playground thing, so I have some other stuff to do. And so here's we got the climbing thing for the climbing wall. And this is on Amazon, so there'll be a link in the bio to get it if you're looking to do the same thing. And this one comes with these climbing pegs, which might be a little excessive for kids that are 50 pounds. Ow, that was pokey. I've never used this before, so it has this little spinny thing there, and then some washers, and then a hex bolt there. So this looks like it'll be perfect for the plywood to stand on. That means I need to drill some holes. I wish I got ones that only had 1 hole, because these have 2 in it, which makes it just that much more work. So That's okay. It comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It comes with 10 of these. So I'm gonna try to put them on in a fashionable way.
Now we're going to cut the slide, which this is 2 feet by 6 feet, and the legs are 2 feet wide. So this will not fit unless I cut little notches into this board. And so you got to consider the top part, which is sitting on a 2x4, and then the bottom part, which goes past the legs a couple feet. So I'm just guesstimating here, but it ended up fitting quite perfectly.
You're all done with this toy, okay. Oh my gosh. It said water for mommy.
Alrighty, it's Christmas, and the family just walked out. I set up a little treasure hunt for them, but before we get to the treasure hunt, I gotta set everything up. So here we are upstairs where it's gonna go, and I'm gonna go try to get this done in 10 minutes. Let's get it. Did you find it?
There you go.
Good job. That's the stairs. So the next clue is where? On the stairs?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Go see upstairs.
What's that?
What is that, buddy?
What's this button?
Surprise!
Surprise!
Xander! Surprise! Merry Christmas!
What's this button?
What do you think?
Good.
Oh!
Wow! Good job, buddy! Yeah, I didn't get to finish, huh? Woo!
Yeah, that's our sweet ass.
Hey, Xander, go down. Can you go down one more time for me?
Oh!
That works. Alrighty, a couple things with this playground that I didn't take into account before. One of them is the swing of the structure, which I can show you now. Here, show me the shaky. All right, let's see if we can see it. All right, now we gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like it's going better. Much better. There's still a little sway over there. What do you think? Pretty good? My Zeke tato. Well, here, you can look this way. So I added this piece right here to stop the swinging. And so we have one here for the ladder on top, the monkey bars. And then I also have here and then down there as well. So 1, 2, 3, and it's pretty good. I swing on it sometimes. It could be a little bit more sturdier. So I added that. And then I also, this piece down here, I used to have a piece there, but I removed it because my son kept hitting his feet on there. And I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I actually moved this swing as well. So we used to have it going this way, and now it's going this way. So we moved that, and so now the son can swing from here to here. And then I also moved that back piece there that had all the switches and stuff on it, which are here now underneath. We call this the shop because my son and I play store here and act like we make each other food or toys or something, and then we give it to the guy up top. Anyways, I put some switches here, which my wife doesn't really like because of these sharp edges. So I will probably end up taking those down, but no one's gotten hurt on it, so it's been fine. But that opens up the swing area so that my son can, swing more. And it's been great. We did put that cushion by the window so that, I don't know, in case he hits it or something, he wouldn't fall through. So that's one change that we made up. The slide here, I cut this piece off here as you see in the video, and then up there to connect it because this is just 2 feet across. And so this is 2 feet across 2. So it would fit perfectly in here. Now we did have some injuries. One injury was Xander was walking up the slide. He like twisted around this and then he hit his face on this corner right here. So I need to make that better. And that's something to take consideration when you're building yours, is that sharp edges will eventually get hit by your kid, because if you have boys, you know, they're just trying to hurt themselves all the time for some reason. So we had a few injuries, and then there was a bunch of injuries. With Xander swinging here at first, his elbows getting hit, arms getting hit, and he still does it, but a lot less. He learned pretty quickly that he needs to keep his arms tucked in. So he loves that thing. He's always doing it. We play on top of this. I can sit on top of this. As you can see, not a problem. Boop, boop, boop. And then I also added this here as a support bracket. Here, got down there. And then we also got one on this side as well. So there's that. And then last but not least is this bad boy, the rock climbing wall. So they don't play on this much, but they do some. And they end up going up over and into there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, it's a pretty good build, pretty sturdy, pretty easy to put up. Everything's pretty cheap, about $200 total. And then the last thing I did want to mention was on the platform. So my 1.5-year-old son gets up here and he has a hard time like getting over the edge because there's nothing really for him to like put his body. So he usually goes up these stairs like this, goes up, sits here, and then goes down like that. And so I don't know, it's just easier for him to do it like that, and he does it with no problem, hasn't really gotten hurt on it. And so yeah, 1.5, 3.5. They play on the monkey bars some too, which is fun. I can hang on them. This one. So yeah, that's about that. Overall, this build was good, pretty easy. A couple hours to build it, an hour to put everything together eventually. A few other things I wanted to mention here is this swing right here, Amazon, link in bio as well. But Kristen had a good idea, my wife, to get a soft swing. So look, it's soft, it's not hard. She had been at a friend's house that had a hard swing and the kids kept hitting each other with it. This, at least if they hit each other, it won't like kill them. But yeah, Amazon, really easy to like loosen and tighten here with this little strap here. And then the top, it does come with some latches, but I just ended up wrapping it around with the hook, wrapping around the wood and connecting like that. And that's been working fine. The swing doesn't like move once it's tight down, like what some weight has been on it, you know? So that's been really good. The swing's awesome. Highly recommend it. The other thing that I wanted to mention is just the structure of this. I haven't mentioned in the video yet, but these are all placed, the legs, if you will, the studs, are all placed 2 feet apart on center. So like if you're framing 16 on center, so 2 feet from the middle, here. And I did that just because of an example online that I saw. The width was, or the length was 6 feet and the width was 4 feet. So mine was a similar build, so I thought 2 feet would make sense. But it also is perfect width, if you can see here, you know, like an adult can get into it, so also a kid can get into it. The only thing that I might change is with the swing, since the elbows are hitting, I might actually make this wider, maybe a foot wider would be so much better for them. But, you know, it depends on how much space you have. This room is not that big, but it's like a normal playroom size. I don't know what it is, 12 by 12 or something. So there's that. And then the other things are the supports on the bottom, which I've already gone over there. But I also cut, there's one there. So that supports these legs together. There's one down here below the slide, but the slide's just sitting. So there's one there, one down there. And this slide is just sitting here. But look, let's get to the slide in a second. The other supports are here, right here by the swing, on the top as well. And then the last magical piece here is these. So the ladder is sitting on the notches here on the legs. So every leg has a notch cut into it, like that. See it there? Notch. And so I leaned it, cut a little angle, set the ladder in, voila. It works perfectly, and then I just screwed one in, which there might be need to be another screw or a no if you're like really particular. But with the weight that these hold, it's not that big of a deal, and we haven't had like 20 kids on it, so I'm not that worried. So that's that. Now the last thing is the slide here. All right, let's try that. Okay, last thing is the slide. So this is a 3/4 inch plywood piece. I almost got a 1/2 inch, but I'm glad I didn't. 3/4, 3/4, everything's 3/4, one sheet of plywood. But check this out. Go like this. Woo. Perfect. Give me a clap, give me a clap. So the slide works perfectly. It does bend, like if you can see, like bouncing up and down on it. Everything's kind of moving around. That would have been funny if it broke right there. But it's good, it's flexible, it works. The two suns go down on at the same time together. Anyways, everything works great. I can sit on the platform, 3/4 inch plywood as well. And yeah, I think that's about all that I wanted to mention. So thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you comment if you have any questions. I'll get back to you. Make sure you like and subscribe if you will. And I'll see you in the next project. All right, see you later. See you out there. Toodaloo.